Hey guys, we're back with another video for you. This is a little different from what we're used to, but it's something I ran into back a while back, and I just want to share it with a lot of the viewers that have motorcycles. It's actually a 2004 Honda XR650L. It's like a street trail bike, and it's kind of a tall bike to ride around all the time on the street, but it's a good bike. But it had a crazy complaint. It was hard to start at times. And then there was times, every time when you got it hot, when you got it warmed up, when you go to coast, pull the clutch in, it would cut off. Every time. It would just every time you drove it, and when it was warmed up, you pull the clutch in, it'd cut off. It sat there and idle, sitting still all day long. Anyway, I want to tell you about it. Well, I found the hard start at times I traced it down to the start circuit on the ignition module, which was in one of the side covers. It's like a cubby hole on the side of the left side of the bike, and it was a corroded wire in the start circuit. I finally found it, and I cleaned it up, and that seemed to correct the hard starting at times. The cutting off, I went through the carburetor. I went done all kinds of things to the airbox, trying to figure out why it would cut off when you pulled the clutch in after it was warmed up. It would just cut off, start right back up. So I went scratching my head. I looked on Google, and man, other people were having the same problem. And they were working with the carburetor, the ignition, all kinds of things, just like I had been doing. And I finally was sitting there, and I thought to myself, that thing spit out the exhaust pipe one time, a little pop out the exhaust pipe. And I said, I'd done just about everything I could think of when it come to fixing a problem like this, with thinking it was something to do with carburation or fuel control or something of that sort. Well, that night I was laying in bed, and I says, you know what I'm going to do before I quit on this thing? I'm going to pull the seat back off in the gas tank, and then underneath that, you could see there's 4 cap screws. They're like a 2-inch cap that screws the threaded screw into the head, to the valve cover part, to adjust the valves. And I said, that's the only thing I could even think of that might possibly cause this. It normally wouldn't, I ain't never heard of it causing such a complaint. Well, sure enough, I went to the left side. I had a little bit of clearance, a couple thousandths, which wasn't enough. I don't remember the exact clearance. I looked under the specs. I think it was like 4 and 6 or 6 and 8, 4 on the intake and 6 on the exhaust, or so. It might have been 6 and 8. But anyway, I went to the right side, no clearance. I couldn't get a 1/1000th feeler gauge. There was no clearance in it. I thought, man, maybe this is it, And I went ahead, adjusted the valves, put it back together. It fixed that thing. It totally fixed that bike. And you would just driving along, pull the clutch in, boom, it just cut off, like cut the key off. Crank right back up when you hit the starter. But the actual valves were tight, real tight on the right-hand side. And it was actually, I don't know exactly how it was doing it. I really don't, because it would sit there and idle. Even when it was hot, it sat there and idle, as long as you were still. But I don't know if it had something to do with the exhaust, running down the road 60, 70 mile an hour, and maybe the air flow past the exhaust pipe or something was drawing some fuel out of the combustion chamber, at times. I don't know, something crazy, but it fixed that bike. And for all you guys out there that's got this problem, which I've seen a lot of videos on Google, and they were talking about having problems cutting off, driving along, pull the clutch in. So if you guys want to try that, I think you'll find out it's a crazy problem, but I think you'll find out that fixes it. And it actually amazed me. I couldn't hardly believe it was my last straw. I just thought of it laying there in the bed, and I said, we'll try it tomorrow. And it took care of that thing. Run like a totally different bike, and it felt like it gained quite a bit of horsepower. The acceleration was, you couldn't keep the front wheel down, just twisting the throttle. You didn't have to pop the clutch. You couldn't keep the front wheel on the ground. So anyway, just thought something I would share with you, and because I know that was a very unusual problem. Now, the wire that was causing the start problem at time was just a corroded start wire at the module. And I just wanted to share that with y'all, and we'll get back to some of the car stuff next. And if y'all like these videos, please like and comment and subscribe to us. We're going to do one next, probably building a 750 carburetor, 750 dope pumper. And then right at that, I'm going to probably modify that one, hopefully within, it might be a week or two, and we're going to put the 850 body on it. And I'm going to show you where you got to change the idle circuit and blending it in and all. And I'll show you what I did to make that work. And it turned out to be a real good carburetor. But you guys be careful, be safe, and I'll see you soon.